And off we go from Denver. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Herbert to throw right away. Eluding the pressure right. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're avoiding giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing their quarterback.
Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the... And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, snipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The scoop and score always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy who's that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 27, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. (17-0) our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that a play caller should get off the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, first down. Here's Murray running right, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 27. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Herbert throwing again. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at the Charles. Give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Garden, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 26, Wilson.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. To try again after the sack. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go with Murray again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. On 1st down, Murray. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers getting set to go.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Play action. Now Wilson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Carter. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now it's Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Time to ground it out now with Murray. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Another run from Murray on 2nd down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The 71 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Going with a screen for Murray. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Wilson, option right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.